So before arriving at the site, once a soil evaluator has made a request to look at a property together with you as a health inspector, it's generally advisable to do some preliminary research at the office before heading out to the site. So you've got a better sense of what you might encounter and what sensitive receptors might exist, and develop an appropriate game plan together with the soil evaluator that's going to be out there. So some of the information that's readily available and important to provide some good background information are some maps and other data that's available on various websites. One thing I like to look at is the USGS topographic map for the particular site that provides a perspective of the general topography of the land, what waterways might be nearby, and helps plan where an appropriate place might or might not be to assess to see if a soil absorption system could be placed there. It's important to look at the FEMA flood maps for the area. We certainly would not want to put an on-site wastewater system in a flood zone. And so researching that information prior to getting out to the site is an important factor to take into account. The Natural Resources Conservation Service has soil mapping units and various background information about each one of those units for Massachusetts available. And that's great research and reference material to have before heading out to the site, so you get a sense of what type of soil you might encounter in that particular location. The groundwater monitoring well data from the United States Geological Survey is a good way of predicting where the water table is in relation to its seasonal high. And so it's a good tool to look at before getting out to the job site, so you can assess whether what you see in the hole and how that relates to what the expected groundwater table is. And lastly is the Title V regulations themselves, to research and review the section on site evaluation that talks about performing a soil evaluation and the proper procedures for a percolation test. Those should all be looked at and be familiar to the health inspector before heading out to the job site.